What's up, schmucks? RoastTurkey's back with a quick little video. Sorry I missed last week. I got hung up with college and I went to Universal Halloween Horror Nights and I was just a little bit busy. And actually right now, when this goes up, I'm gonna be currently in Orlando again. I'm recovering from a Logic concert, so that's kind of cool. But while I wake up groggy and grumpy, I thought maybe you'd enjoy my opinion on the new Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker trailer. And it looks totally fine. And that's kind of a problem for me. So let's discuss it. Break down why I'm not exactly super duper keen on the new Star Wars entry, and I'm going to make this as quickly as possible because I have things to do. In 2019 alone, we've seen so many epic conclusions, all the way from the MCU to Game of Thrones and even It. And I found most of these to be kind of lackluster. This isn't a criticism against Rise of Skywalker, but it is something that's constantly in the back of my mind as this movie looms closer and closer. Some shots in the trailer make it look like Abrams is going to be just throwing shit at the screen for the sake of it, and for something like Avengers Endgame, that works, because it's characters and things that we've grown to care about for over a decade. But for this, it just seems like unnecessary overkill. And I hope I'm wrong about that, and in the end this all comes together and it works really well. But for right now, I'm kind of more skeptical about this movie and about how they're going to handle this epic conclusion more than anything else. So skepticism, not always the best thing. Not to mention, Disney's going to milk Star Wars forever. So who cares if it's the end of a saga, because we'll just get more movies in like 3 years anyway. And sure, maybe this is the last time we see these characters again, and that's why it's this epic conclusion. But that brings me to my next point, but why I'm not excited for this movie. Of the new trilogy and of the new characters, I genuinely only like two of them. Kylo Ren and Poe Dameron. Kylo is a genuinely great villain, with conflictions of what he wants and where he stands with the Force. He seemingly wants to be evil and be all-powerful, but at the same time, his soul is torn between the light and the dark side of the Force. Honestly, I could gush about Kylo all day long. I love him so much. I actually named my bearded dragon Kylo Ren, because he's just that damn cool. Poe is fantastic, and Oscar Isaac is an actor I'll watch any movie for. He brings a certain Han Solo and young Jim Kirk-esque charm to these movies that they greatly benefit from. Poe is just so entertaining, and he's really versatile in a universe full of boring one-note characters. Rey is fine, I guess. She's just female Luke, and honestly, I've never liked Luke that much. They're both nobodies destined for more with some sort of special bond to the Force, and in the span of like an afternoon, they become the galaxy's greatest heroes. And to me, that's just not very interesting. I'd much rather see a character who fights for what they believe in, even if the world or those around them tell them that they're wrong or it's pointless. Maybe even a character who needs to constantly try and better themselves so they can contend with greater and greater threats. Or even a character who's constantly putting themselves in danger, just because they know it's the right thing to do. Even the reluctant hero trope is a lot more interesting than the, oh, you're naturally good at being a hero cliche that these two fall into. Daisy Ridley is a good actress, and she does fine with what she's given, but nothing she's given is exceptionally good. Finn is bland and no one really knows what to do with him. Hux sucks, Phasma's a waste, and BB-8's totally fine, but he's no R2. The Force Awakens was totally fine. It played it safe, which was okay, but it also struck a lot of us as unoriginal. It didn't take any risks, and it just retreaded ground that had already worked previously. That's not very interesting. The Last Jedi, I thought, was also fine. It took a lot more risks than a traditional Star Wars movie, and not all of them paid off. That said, I did appreciate the risks Rian Johnson took with a franchise so beloved by a fan base that's so insane, he knew that they could kill him. So props for that. My point is, I don't love these movies, and I don't like a majority of the characters in them. So why should I care if it's the last we see of them? I'm sad it's the last time we'll see Leia, but that's more because of Carrie Fisher than anything. And when it's over and the dust settles, I'll probably miss the Millennium Falcon the most. But even then, we're probably going to get a solo series or something. So it's not like that matters either. So, all that said, am I looking forward to Rise of Skywalker? Yes. It doesn't look amazing, and I'm not as hyped for it as it was for Force Awakens, but it does look competent, and I'm interested to see how it plays out. Like I said, not a huge fan of these new trilogy films, but I would be lying if I said I hated them, or if I wasn't a little excited for Rise of Skywalker. Honestly, of the new Disney films, I find the spin-offs a lot more enjoyable. Rogue One is awesome. I thought Solo was a lot of dumb fun, and The Mandalorian looks amazing. Not to mention, we are going to get an Obi-Wan series, which is all I've really ever wanted. Okay, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Down below, I've included a link to an Instagram page I want to try and use. No promises, though. I'll probably only post pictures of my hot toys and my lizard Kylo, and probably quickie movie reviews and stuff. So if you want to see any of that, feel free to check it out. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like if you want. I'm not going to force you to do anything. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on Disney Star Wars, and if you're excited for Rise of Skywalker, let me know in the comments down below. Alright, that's about it. I'm going to get back to working on my Halloween video, and in the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful day.